Hey, everybody. This is Sharika Matthews of Live Life Beyond Barriers. I know it's been a minute since I've been up here on Facebook Live, but I have had a very busy last week or so with traveling and speaking at different events. I've had an opportunity just this past weekend to speak at the Bedazzling Singles Conference on relationships and walking in your singlehood. I was speaking a couple places last week to a group of entrepreneurs about their relationships as well. So it's been a busy week, but I am back, and I'm glad to be back here in Houston. I'm glad to be back here at home, and I just wanted to get back online here this evening and just kind of share with you some thoughts on the true purpose of relationships. You know, we all want to be in relationships, especially when we're talking about romantic relationships. But relationships aren't just romantic. We have your professional relationships, you have your family relationships, you have different relationships that we cultivate throughout our lives. But no matter what type of relationship you have, whether they're personal relationships or professional relationships, there are actually about 4 different purposes of these relationships. And I just posted on my business page 2 of the purposes, but I want to share with you today all 4 of the purposes for relationships. So the first purpose of relationships is to bring you new awarenesses, to show you things that you may not have known about yourself before, or to show you things about the world. Because with each person that you meet, they're going to bring some kind of value to your life. They're going to bring you new experiences or just different points of view. So whether they're professional relationships, especially in the working world, people value diversity, right? You value people from different cultures, different religions, and even different races to come together and bring unique perspectives and unique experiences. So that's the first purpose of relationships, is to expand your horizons, to give you a new experience and to teach you something that you did not know before. Hey, Damon. Hey, Craig. How are you guys doing? Thank you for joining me. The second purpose of relationships is to help you live out your life's purpose. And I spoke about this yesterday at the singles conference, or touched on a little bit at the singles conference. But when you know what your purpose is in life, then you know then you want to seek ways in order to live out your purpose. So one of the prayers that I pray oftentimes is, God, align me with the right people and the right opportunities for me to live in my purpose. And so when God aligns you with the right people, He brings them to you to partner with you so that you can live out your life's purpose. We all have a big purpose in life, and we talked about that about a week ago, which is basically to do good in this world, to plant good seeds in this world. But each of us actually has a specific purpose in the world that's unique to who you are. It's just like what the Bible says about having different members of the body, but we all have different gifts to perform in the body so that the body can function. Same way with you. You have to pray on those gifts, Damon. You're definitely right, because and here's the thing about gifts, and I'm going to tell you about this a little bit later, but your purpose in life can change depending on the season that you're in your life. My purpose today is a whole lot different than what it was when I was 25, and it surely is different than what it was when I was 15. Your purpose can change, your purpose can grow, your purpose can evolve. So you always want to be aware and in tune with where you are in life and what gifts that God is trying to show you. Because He'll bring people into your life to show you what your gifts are, to show you what your purpose is, so that you can begin to live out that purpose. The third purpose of relationships is to be a vessel for God's love. And this goes back to your overall life purpose, which is to do good in this world. When you are allowing yourself to be a vessel for God to use to show someone else's love, then you are in correct alignment. Because God created us for a relationship. God Himself, when you think about the Christian beliefs on the Trinity is based on relationships. Christianity is based on your relationship with God. And again, our whole purpose is to do good in this world, to show the love of God to others. And I tell, especially with singles, about this all the time, is that don't be afraid of relationships. Don't be afraid of cultivating new romantic relationships. Don't be afraid of cultivating new professional relationships, because you can show the love of God anywhere. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. So don't be afraid of getting hurt. Don't be afraid of getting betrayed. Don't be afraid of getting used. Because the part of your growth as a person, as a human being, is to grow in your wisdom and to grow in your discernment. So when you are walking in wisdom and discernment, you have accumulated knowledge of what to do, what not to do, who to trust and who not to trust, then you can walk boldly in the fact of knowing that the person that you're in relationship with, that you can trust this person, so you can allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to show that person love. And again, this is true for a professional relationship or a personal relationship. And the last thing, but definitely not least, the purpose of relationships is to be a mirror to you. And this is one of those really uncomfortable things that God uses our relationships for. God uses our relationships to show you places where you need to be healed. And I'm going to tell you, and I know this from personal experience, it ain't easy, it ain't pretty, and it can be downright ugly. You know, sometimes we think that we've healed from childhood drama or from, you know, being blackballed on the job or whatever the case may be. We think that we're healed because we have kind of gotten over it. But when you think about the person, when you think about the situation, when you think about what happened to you, and you still drum up these hurt feelings, this anger and stuff like that, you're not healed. And so what God will do, he'll allow somebody to come into your life and press those buttons to kind of, for lack of a better term, kind of put a finger in the wound to let you know, hey, this is not healed. You're still hurting, and I need you to turn this over to me so that you can be healed. And when you are not healed in any area of your life, it shows up in all areas of your life if you're not paying attention. So for example, let's say that you still are harboring hurt feelings from a childhood experience with your father, the lack of the presence of your father. And so now it's showing up as a woman, it's showing up for you in your romantic relationships because you're looking for this father figure, but also because you have learned or accepted the fact that you cannot trust men. So now it is giving you friction in all of your romantic relationships, but it also shows up on the job, where you're always feeling like you have to prove yourself. You have to be the man of the relationship. Or on the job, you have to, yeah, that's right, Grace. It shows up everywhere. It shows up as you being the man in the relationship or on the job. And I know it's easy, especially for us women, to do that because a lot of more women are working in male-dominated fields. I did that for a long time. So it's easy for us to put on the pants when we're at the job and operate more in our masculine energy. But at the same time, what you're doing is acting out an old wound that you haven't yet healed. So that's why God allows that to happen, to allow you to be in situations, to expose to you the things, the places where you need healing. Because at the end of the day, what he wants you to do, he wants you to come to him and allow those parts of you to be healed. So those are the 4 purposes of relationships. The first purpose of relationships is to give you new experiences. The second purpose of relationships is to help you live out your life's purpose. The third purpose of relationship is to be an avenue of God's love. And the fourth purpose of relationships is to show you the places where you need healing. And I want to circle back a little bit and talk a little bit more about your purpose. A lot of people we really don't correlate relationships and your purpose. We don't really recognize how intertwined your relationships are with how you show up in life. Because if you are not showing God's love in your life, if you are not having these new experiences, if you are not putting yourself in a position to be healed, how will you be led to your purpose? How will you be shown your gifts? And then how can you walk in your gifts when you have not allowed any of this to take place? And so what I want to invite you to do is, I did a class 2 weeks ago on purpose-driven dating. And the call was really about finding your purpose, and I expound a little bit more on the 4 purposes of relationships, and then also to show you how your romantic relationships are connected with your purpose in life, with God's given purpose for your life. So if you're interested in this class, it is a free class. All you got to do is go to my website, go to sharikamatthews.com/purpose-dating. Again, that's sharikamatthews.com/purpose-dating. Just fill in your name, your email address, and you'll be emailed a link to that class. This is especially for people who are looking for their purpose in life, or you've been searching for a while and you're ready to really walk in your purpose, to walk in your power, but you're having some trouble identifying that. And then for those who are really trying to seek how your dating experiences can be intertwined with your purpose. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this live broadcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below, or you can send me an email to sm@livelifebeyondbarriers.com. Until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.